Growing up, I remember watching Are You Afraid of the Dark? Nickelodeon somehow always knew how to scare kids. I found this pin at a store called Halloween Town, which is here in Burbank. Go check it out. They have cool pins and stuff like this. I remember growing up, my brother would always make me watch Are You Afraid of the Dark with him because number one, it was a scary show. Even though my brother's 5 years older than me, if I was 5 years old, he was 10. So yes, I was petrified, I was scared. If you grew up between 1990 and 1999, you got to really experience Nickelodeon on his spooky prime as well. We don't really talk much about Nickelodeon and the spooky stuff he did.
Hi, Andy. Won't you come play with me?
Nickelodeon did not hold back when it came to the spooks. I remember Hey Arnold had specific horror theme episodes for Halloween or for spooky season. There was a bunch of scary spooky stuff. And then the Rugrats had one of the spookiest episodes where Angelica thought, or I think the mom said she was pregnant or she thought she was pregnant. So Angelica had a nightmare of this baby.
Hey, what are you doing here, sister? I thought I told you to scram.
Her baby brother, and then the baby brother just grew up to be this ginormous freaking ugly, crazy, deformed looking, Chernobyl looking baby. Yeah, Nickelodeon did not hold back. The list goes on the 90s Nickelodeon spooky train. But Are You Afraid of the Dark was a show that was meant to be scary, that was meant to be spooky, that was created to scare the kids, or at least introduce kids into what is horror and what anthology TV was. Now we all know Goosebumps, we all know R.L. Stine. R.L. Stine is Stephen King Jr. Stephen King Jr. R.L. Stine was meant for kids. And don't get me wrong, Goosebumps was fun, was spooky as well. But I didn't take it that serious. It wasn't extremely mature. Are You Afraid of the Dark though? The music was scary, the intro was scary, the outros were scary, the way that these kids got together at midnight, the Midnight Society, and they got around a fire and they threw sand and it exploded.
Sit for the approval of the Midnight Society. We call this story The Tale of Cutter's Treasure.
Submitted to the approval of the Midnight Society and boosh. You know, I don't know where the fire department was. Also, how are these kids getting out so late and not getting in trouble? That's another question I had. I wish my friends would do that when I was around that age. We're Latino, we're Mexican. We would get our asses handed to. We would get beat just because we were out of the house when the street light came on. And if you don't know the street light rule, then oh, damn, you are privileged. Go grab some coffee. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video as well, and go check out season 1 of Spooky Storytime. It was pretty cool. Are You Afraid of the Dark aired in 1990. I was born in 1992. So around, you can say, we do the math right, around 1997, I was probably old enough to understand TV a little bit. That's when literally Nickelodeon was just pumping out all the scary stuff, especially Are You Afraid of the Dark. Are You Afraid of the Dark had probably the worst special effects, but as a kid, your imagination was explosive.
No one will help you, Sam. You're a bad kid. No one wants to help a bad kid.
I'm sorry for everything I did.
I remember monsters, ghosts, aliens. I remember a lot of weird, crazy stuff. If you were a 90s kid, this dude right here scared the hell out of you. This dude is the reason why you are afraid of clowns, why you couldn't deal with clowns. And then in Are You Afraid of the Dark, they have a episode called The Tale of Laughing in the Dark that is about a clown. And this clown was scary, this clown was spooky, this clown was dead. The episode talks about Zeebo the clown, Zeebo the laughing clown, Zeebo the dancing clown. Zeebo got caught on fire, Zeebo died. Now there's this dude named Josh and his friends. They're, you know, kind of bantering between each other, and they're like, "Oh, I dare you to go in the fun house and get the clown's nose and all this stuff and so on." And then the clown haunts the Josh kid, and then the Josh kid has to return the nose and give an offering and then a sacrifice to the clown, and then all of a sudden the ringmaster, or yeah, the ringmaster that's in the introduction of the episode pretty much is Zeebo the clown, but it's the ghost of Zeebo. It's just a weird stuff. The writing wasn't the best, but as a kid, you were petrified, you were scared. Why am I bringing this up though? Number one is that, yo, it is spooky season. I'm gonna go revisit a lot of these Are You Afraid of the Dark? I'm gonna look up for these Hey Arnold episodes. You know why? Because number one, nostalgia. I love nostalgia, and I think horror is very nostalgic for all of us. If you're not into horror, I understand, but also you did click on this video, you did subscribe to this channel, and this channel is very horror based. Number two is that, man, I miss the 90s. I miss knowing that Nickelodeon was gonna show something scary, knowing that there was gonna be something fun, something spooky, weird on Hey Arnold, Rocket Power, all these 90 episodes, Cat Dog, or you know, I understand some of these episodes, some of these TV shows went from the late 90s into the early 2000s. That was still prime Nickelodeon. Are You Afraid of the Dark made it okay for us kids to like spooky stuff, to like horror, to like scary stuff, to go around and ask your friends, hey, do you have a ghost story? Hey, do you know something spooky? Now that I'm a lot older, I would love to have friends that we can just pretty much park our cars, somebody bring some White Claws or some, I don't know, some whiskey, some bourbon, we can just pop a claw and just start talking about scary stuff. Actually, I'm not much of a drinker, but you know what I'm trying to go with this. I still don't understand how these kids were not scared, how these kids were not petrified that they were alone in the dark, in the forest, in a secret place, and they're like, hey, let's tell some scary stories. Now, before I do finish this video, let's talk about that intro of Are You Afraid of the Dark? One where it's like, there's some creaking, and then there's like a little, I don't know if it's a clown, a demented clown. There's a canoe, or not even a canoe, a boat, and you know, it just kind of goes in, and then the hand comes out and lights a match, and it says, Are you afraid of the dark? Like, dude, simple AF, but so impactful. And then the outro song, like amazing stuff. The thing is, like, maybe because we were kids, our emotions were being played with sounds and visuals. But even that I'm older, being a musician now, a musician that composes and arranges, these stuff just really hit a chord in your emotions. It triggers fear, it triggers anxiety, it triggers, in a way, a want to run away, but yet you want to stay and witness what's gonna happen. I think Are You Afraid of the Dark really knocked it out in the 90s for kids, and Nickelodeon just did an amazing job to introduce us to horror, to spooky, to all this stuff. I do recommend you go watch Are You Afraid of the Dark. It's on Paramount Plus. We're not endorsed or sponsored by Paramount Plus, but if you get a subscription, you can watch a lot of Nickelodeon properties on Paramount Plus. And then if you're gonna watch The Tale of Laughing in the Dark, it is season 1, episode 2, and go watch it, go enjoy it. The clown is freaky, the clown is spooky, but it's some fun stuff. All right, guys, we're officially in spooky story season time. It is October. We are in spooky story time 2022. It is officially October. I hope you guys are having a great, safe, spooky season. I went to Horror Nights. It was all right, but I'm not gonna really spend much time of it. I was gonna go again and vlog it, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Don't forget about this spooky story time channel. Click the links below. Subscribe to my Art of Pop, to my vlog channel, or to my Instagrams or my Twitter. Oh, wait, before we finish, there is a spooky story time Twitter account now where I'll be dropping a lot of spooky stuff about this channel and other stuff. All right, guys, go follow me on the Twitter bird. Love you guys. God bless. Be safe. Stay spooky. Outies.